a world where the echoes of conflict persist, a glimmer of hope beckons in the Middle East. Dive into a journey through the labyrinth of diplomacy, where world leaders strive for peace in a region often defined by discord and strife. Middle East peace negotiations are crucial, owing to long-standing hostilities and tensions. They try to resolve territorial disputes, security challenges, and community rights. Negotiating peace can stabilize the region, boost economic growth, protect human rights, and improve international ties. Peace discussions can reduce suffering, encourage harmony, and make the Middle East safer and more affluent. Biden's approach overview. President Joe Biden has undertaken a major diplomatic initiative to reshape the Middle East, reestablishing U.S. leadership, strengthening regional relationships, and brokering peace deals are his priorities. He has worked to broker peace deals between Israel and Saudi Arabia. The planned peace negotiations and coalitions have been hampered by Hamas violence. President Biden seeks a peaceful and stable Middle East despite these obstacles. International relations benefit from diplomatic methods like negotiation and dialogue to influence foreign governments. It is essential for peaceful ties, international cooperation, and conflict resolution without bloodshed. Diplomacy fosters understanding, trust, and common ground between nations. It also helps countries protect their interests while respecting others, creating a more stable and collaborative global environment. Early attempt. The Biden administration promoted Middle East peace discussions diplomatically. Diplomatic initiatives to normalize regional relations surfaced in the summer of 2023. President Biden's government prioritizes alliance repair and strengthening to promote peace. The administration has also taken diplomatic steps to improve relations with Vietnam, which contributes to world peace and stability. Challenges faced. Regional disputes, diverse interests, historical difficulties, etc. Regional conflicts. Regional conflicts can complicate peace talks owing to deep-rooted animosities and vested interests. Conflicting interests. Parties may have different interests, making it difficult to identify common ground and reach agreements that satisfy everyone. Historical tensions. Unresolved grudges can foster distrust and avoid effective communication and compromise during peace negotiations. Socioeconomic factors. Parties may negotiate to defend their socioeconomic welfare through the peace process. Security. Protecting parties' physical security is essential for productive conversations and agreements. Global and regional dynamics. Changes in global politics, threats, and regional and international dynamics might complicate negotiations. Analysis of efforts. Climate change plans. President Biden proposed plans at COP27 to address climate security and associated sectors like energy, food, and water. His dedication to comprehensive climate change action is shown here. Economic strategy. Biden's economic strategy promotes workers and investments to develop the economy, create jobs, and cut family costs. Early evidence indicates employment creation and economic growth, supporting these goals. Regulatory developments. Biden's governance requires tracking regulatory developments. These policy changes and priorities provide a closer look at his initiative's effects on many industries. COVID-19 response. Assessing the Biden administration's pandemic response is crucial. Expert viewpoints and judgments reveal the administration's public health crisis management performance despite its difficulty. Critiques and failed. Middle East peace talks have faced many challenges and criticisms. Intelligence failures. Intelligence failures have hampered peace efforts by hindering conflict prediction and prevention. Maximalist goals with inadequate actions. Critics say President Biden established lofty goals without accompanying actions, casting doubt on the administration's commitment to Middle East peace. Disagreements and failed agreements. Parties have failed to agree on key issues in the Abraham Accords and other negotiations, slowing peace process progress. Complexity of disputed issues. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has hampered peace efforts. Political instability and long-standing tensions make major decisions difficult. Comparison to previous administrations. President Biden approached Middle East peace discussions similarly and differently from his predecessors. Engagement with Palestinian leadership. Biden reset the relationship with the Palestinian leadership, aligning with prior presidents but refocusing it, building on preceding accords. Biden expanded on the Abraham Accords started by the Trump administration, signaling a continuation of some policies while advancing a more pragmatic approach. Emphasis on pragmatism and realism. Biden's Middle East strategy acknowledges complexity and sets feasible targets, unlike more grandiose or ideological approaches. Using multilateral diplomacy, Biden emphasizes multilateralism and coordination with international partners, following a recent tendency in administrations to involve several parties in the peace process. Future prospects, engagement and dialogue. Promote trust and understanding via open communication and persistent dialogue. International mediation. Use impartial international mediators to promote discussions and develop consensus for a fair and balanced approach. Confidence-building measures. Prisoner exchanges, economic cooperation, and collaborative initiatives can improve negotiations. Addressing core difficulties. Find practical and agreeable solutions to borders, settlements, refugees, and security difficulties. Public diplomacy and education. Counter stereotypes and promote peace and coexistence among affected groups through public diplomacy and education. Involve civil society organizations to reflect many perspectives, advocate for peace, and promote people-to-people connections and understanding. Multilateral approach. Engage regional and global players for a comprehensive and inclusive peace process. Resilience to setbacks. Highlight the need for resilience, tenacity, and the resolve to continue the peace process despite setbacks. Long-term commitment. Peace requires patience, persistence, and commitment from all parties.